I don't think I've seen that before. I've seen plenty of bats breaking and plenty of players just losing the bat completely as they get through for a shot. But the handle completely coming away from the bat there.
Yeah, still in his hands as he was running through for the single as well.
It was like he was suddenly in the 4x400 metre relay with the bat on his hand.
Bat. It's going to be Josh Cobb on stride, 114 not out. And 225 for sixth over. And they get up and beyond the 250 mark from here on in. Comes Junaid. And Fallens hit straight back over his head. Over the side screen, into the tight screen in fact. Very full delivery there. Cobb not coming down the wicket towards the ball, just rocking back in his crease and straight to the bowler's head for 6 runs. Beautiful timing there once again.
Something off the bat there. I thought it was in the air, but it was actually a very nicely timed stroke down the ground.
So what response to that? Is it Cobb? This one full and through. The covers 4 runs. This away was low full toss, and Cobb giving himself some room, moving his front foot out of the way. Big of a fielder. Straight into 4 more runs. So the Pakistani bowlers taking a bit of this
is just what Northants would have wanted from today. Finding really struggled so far in the One Day Cup, but this is now his third highest list A score. Not too far to go to bring up a career best.
124 not out at the moment. 4 more overs remaining after this. So Junaid in once again to Cobb, again falling. And driven over when it's 6 runs. Wow, he was down on one knee there. Was Cobb looking to drive through the in the end, over backward point. And over the boundary rope for 6 more runs, so an expensive over. There. Once again from Junaid Khan. He's conceded 54, I think it is, from his 8 overs so far. That's 46 overs gone. That's 242 for 6.
Josh's 5th maximum now, and it's now his second highest score. So he's now only got to get past the 137 he made for Leicestershire back in 2012 when he was bursting onto the scene, and that great couple of years where 5 of his now 7 List A hundreds came the first 2 years of his career already, 2012 and 2013, but the 100 he made for Leicestershire against Lancashire, 137, remains his career best, possibly until today.
So Mohamed Amir back into the attack. Into Hutton, who plays and misses outside the off stump, looking to slay that one through the offside. He had a fabulous start to his career, Josh Cobb, down at Leicestershire. His dad was a coach there for many years in the academy. He coached Russell Cobb.
You still see him around now and again.
Yeah. Still in association with Kipworth Cricket Club, just up the road from here as well. Now comes into Hutton, who slays this backward of point. But eventually they jog through for a single. So into the 47th over. That's 50. Looks like it definitely will happen. 246. Can they get up to 270 mark now? A competitive score. So come to Josh Cobb. Fallen, driven, uppish, over mid-off, and is it going to have enough legs to go for 6? It is. Just the rope down at long off, no longer fielder in place. And that's another maximum to Josh Cobb, who moves to within 1 of his all-time highest List A score. He's to 136. Northants 249 for 6 now.
No, excellent strike from Cobb. It's back to his tier now. Great striking.
Again, it didn't look as though he timed that one too well. Had enough legs to make it over the boundary again. Amir into Cobb again. This one wide and full. Left alone by Cobb, who seemed to give himself some room towards the leg side. Amir just pushing the side of the off stump. Still fielder at mid-off inside the circle. Hasn't been pushed back onto the boundary as of yet. So Amir comes into Cobb once again. Again full in this one, inside edge down towards final leg. They're looking for 2. And they make it quite comfortably in the end. And that is the highest score for Josh Cobb in List A cricket. He moves on to 138 since the 250 for Northants as well. 250 for 6, effectively 7 in the 47th over. It's been a very good recovery indeed, led by Josh Cobb. In comes Amir to Cobb again. This one wide and full. Reaching for it outside his off stump was Cobb, but it's not signalled wide, and that's the end of the 47th over. That's 251 for 6. Cobb to 138.
Yeah, this innings keenly appreciated, I'm sure, by the Northants balcony. Career best here for Cobb. He'll be getting the drinks in either later today or later in the week when they gather in the bar. Still keep the old tradition going here at Northants. Career best effort. You get the drinks in. And he's played well. He could have been run out earlier on. Called through for a single that was never there really by Ben Curran, but survived. Hasn't given a chance. Played the mist a couple of times early on, but hasn't given a chance. Been a fine effort, a welcome return to form for him. His form has been poor really in the Royal London Cup so far.
And he was a bit twitchy early on. You could tell he was a man out of form, but he stuck out through those early overs. It was difficult being against the likes of Amir and Junaid Khan earlier with the new ball. Junaid Khan continuing now to Hutton. Full and driven down towards long on for a single. It's interesting to see how many sort of full-length Yorker deliveries these days are dispatched by the batsman, because, you know, in years gone by, Yorker was a good delivery. Nowadays, the batsman rocking onto their back foot, well inside the crease, batting deep in their crease, clearing their front foot out of the way. A bad delivery at times. Junaid into Cobb this time, who drives this away to deep cover for another single.
I still think good Yorkers is the best delivery of the death. If a fella's going to get down on one knee and paddles up your key, I think you've just got to put your hands up and say, well bowled.
You do see a lot more balls bowled towards the death now, rather than the traditional Yorkers. Junaid coming to Hutton this time. Again full and driven down the ground towards long off for another single. 3 Yorkers to start this over, this 48th over of the innings from Junaid Khan. He's been expensive today, 62 runs conceded, way through his 9th over. Cobb back on strike to Junaid, again full and just squeezed out into the offside for another single. Good bowling so far in this over from Junaid Khan, 4 Yorkers, singles. Moves on to 140 with that. Junaid in once again to Hutton this time, who flicks that down towards fine leg. He moved the offside. Junaid Khan followed him, and just flicking it round the corner, beating the short fine leg fielder, and all the way along the ground for 4 runs.
Had a good touch from Hutton.
Absolutely.
He's a big fella, strike a good ball, but showing a different side of his game there. Very nicely steered away.
He moves on to 21. So Josh Cobb has had some very good support from the lower order batsmen here. Tom Sole with 22, and now Brett Hutton, 21. When Sole made his way to the crease, it looked as though the innings could have been over very quickly. As Junaid comes in, this time a full toss, and a play and a miss outside the off stump to finish off that 48th, North's 259 for 6. Very good knock from Hutton, support for Cobb, as I mentioned. So 2 overs remaining in this Northants innings. 259 the total.
Well, at least they've got something on the board here. It looked as if they could fade away for a very paltry total, but Josh Cobb has just made the Pakistani bowled work here, and they will have something to work with in the second innings as well.
I think if they have a good couple of overs here, get up to 75, 280 even, I think that'll be fairly competitive. Amir comes in to Cobb, who drives uppishly towards one bounce to the field. Imad Wasim there. It's a dot ball. Yeah,
Worcestershire put up It's exact total. Sorry, 5-4 they made on Friday, and it was no win. Northampton made a complete Horlicks of the chase. On this same wicket, Northampton made 3-5-8 the match before.
Yeah, again, full outside the off stump to Cobb, who leaves it alone.
It's a few times now he's let balls go across him that he thinks will be right, but Amir has been just inside the guideline every time. It's been excellent stuff.
Yeah, and Cobb stuck in his crease, just a slight shimmy towards the leg side as well, so Amir making sure he gets it out of reach of the batsman. As he comes into Cobb once again, another full delivery, squeezed out to the sweeper on the off boundary for a single. This is where Mohamed Amir and Junaid Khan can be so good, but can also be very inconsistent when it comes to death bowling. On their day, as good as anyone in the world, and I suppose that sums up Pakistani cricket really. Can beat the best of the best on their day. As that comes in, another full delivery, straight to recover, no run.
Yeah, there's plenty of power in this squad, isn't there? Like you say, it's just a case of it all coming together at the same time. And with the World Cup as it is, long group stage, everyone plays everybody in the 10-team format. Top 4 qualify to the semi-finals. There is a chance to, you do start slowly, a chance to get yourself together and progress.
Comes Amir again outside the off stump, and a wild play and a miss from Brett Hutton there, looking for a lofted shot over the offside. He was hopping under 1 foot, and in the end of a miss. I think he was expecting a full delivery there. That one just short of a length from Mohamed Amir. Amir into Hutton once again. This one is full and outside the off stump and wide. Striking a bit too wide this time, Amir.
There's noise from that party across from us now as well, down by the Wilson stand. Some young Pakistani supporters over there.
.261 for 6 now, Northants. Into the 49th over, 1 ball remaining in it. Amir into Hutton. Full and driven down towards mid-off. And they jog through for a single, so Hutton retains strike for the final over. It's been a valiant effort after a nightmare start for Northants today, losing Richard Levy off the very first ball of the match, dragging one onto his stumps from Mohamed Amir. And a slight recovery through Ben Curran, Josh Cobb. Once Curran went for 23. There was a slight fumble in the middle order. But Josh Cobb has held it all together. 141 not out. Northants captain today as well, Cobb. Brett Hutton has batted well at the other end as well so far for his unbeaten 22. 1 over remaining in the innings. Can they get up and beyond the 270?
They've done well. No significant score lower down the card, but just a couple of contributions. Thurston and Sol have stuck around with Cobb for long enough.
In comes Junaid Khan to Hutton, who slays this out towards cow corner. It's going to beat the orders there. 1 bounce into the ropes. It was a low full toss, and it was just stand and deliver from Brett Hutton. Another boundary to him. He moves on. Northants 2 6 for 6.
Can never understand why they'd never put the fieldsman out at cow corner. Tail end batsman is just going to swing from the hip here, and the most likely area he's going to hit into is going to be directly at cow corner. They do have a deep mid wicket out there, but it's going to go track as that a couple of balls have done now. Leave the man there.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few play through that region.
Yeah.
From Brett Hutton. And still the gap between the fielders there as Junaid comes in to